A mother was recently mentioning in late stages of pregnancy how she's usually patient with her 3-year-old, but at the moment she's struggling to be patient, and the implications of that. And it got me thinking about impatience in motherhood and my own journey with that. And I certainly found for myself, most of the time when I was a mother of one, I found it actually very easy to be patient. There were very few times, even when there was food and drink thrown all over the floor, even when I was woken up at all sorts of times of night, even when there was screaming, crazy screaming in my ear at full pitch volume, all of these things, none of them actually affected me so much as it did when I became a mother of 2. Then I found my patience was really tested, and I've thought a lot about this and what it is about it, and it was just today that I noticed for me where my patience seems to become impatience, and it is when I'm putting pressure on myself to get to both children at once. So a little while ago, this little one here, hang on, Old, hang on. This little one is teething, and I just put her down to sleep, and she bounced back up again, as they do when they need sleep the most. And won't be long, Bobby Plum, come here. And so anyway, I decided, all right, I better try some teething powder. While I was trying to get that, and she'd woken up crying, her sister was there saying, I really want grapes, I want grapes, I want grapes. So there I go in my head, and this is when I start to I feel my temperature rising in my body, and I start to feel overwhelmed. Okay, what do I do? Do I go feed my little hungry toddler, or do I go to my crying 16-month-old that needs the teething powder? So in my head, I'm balancing this up as I'm trying to do both as fast as possible. And in a way, I'm feeling like I'm achieving nothing because I'm a headless chook. And there I go, quickly getting the teething powder ready, take it into my little 16-month-old, then run back out, get the grapes, and then run back into the crying 16-month-old, who by then is pointing and decided she's not going to go back to sleep. And I realised that this is, such an important factor in impatience, is actually this overwhelm. It comes to us when we've got competing demands, whether it's the stress of strain of work, or the exhaustion of work and parenting, or the exhaustion just of parenting, and also competing demands such as children, when we've got multiple children. And it can be really, really tough to navigate that. And that's something I think for mothers to all be aware of, is that it's going to arise constantly in various situations, and we've all got different tolerances, and better, we're all better or worse at feeling this impatience, but knowing that it's going to come, and just doing the best that we can in each moment, and accepting that there is going to be a little bit of time, like right now, where baby's not going to get their needs met instantly. And I know for me, when I was a first-time mother early on, and a lot of it did come down to suffering birth trauma with my first daughter, so I was very, very protective of her. I became what I've now heard as a helicopter parent. So I did put a lot of pressure on myself to meet her needs constantly, so she was never crying, but just, I'm here, I'm there, and she hardly ever cried. So it's been a real shock to the system. I would never let my first daughter do what I'm doing now, but I've got to the stage now where I know she's okay, she's just having a little whinge, I'll open the gate for her in just 5 seconds flat. But I'm just very, very accepting now of my ability to be all things to all people at once, or my inability, I should say. See you next time.